Company Theater's RCT360. This is our 6th webcast, and we're so glad to have you here. If you are coming back, welcome back to the show. And if this is your first time here, we're so glad you're here. Just like and comment and let us know that you're here. We're glad to be together. Now, I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
Ladies, you know what this is.
Couple questions.
We always have a couple questions to find out our theme, but this week I just have tea in here.
Because
we have so much this week that we are gonna get right to it. Our theme this week is thanks for the memories. And I'm so excited to share with you that we're gonna have special guests, we're gonna have Hollywood, we're gonna have memories, trivia, all the fun stuff. But let's take a moment to recognize that Repertory Company Theater has been here for over 3 decades, sharing with us these memory times. And so we're gonna take a look at some of its history.
Looking back over our 34 years, we have so many fond memories. Many of you do not know that RCT was founded in 1986 by 3 local women, Sharon Lipshe, Ketty Belichick, and Deborah Carter. Our executive director said, the best thing about 35 years is all the generations that have come through our doors. Many have gone on to pursue the arts on stage, film, and behind the scenes. Some stayed nearby, and many spread their wings, but always are considered a part of our family.
Hi, my name is John Bentham, and I'm an original RCT company member. I started with RCT when it was first getting its start, and I was about 13 or 14 years old. RCT impacted me in more ways than one could ever imagine. It really became like an extended family for me over the years, and it instilled a level of confidence, nurtured me, but more than that, it really ignited a flame and a passion for the performing arts in me that became my life's mission in my career. In 1999, I moved to Las Vegas and started a production company. I worked with big and small shows, including The Magic of David Copperfield, The Lion King Las Vegas, and produced boutique shows like Marriage Can Be Murder, Tape Face, and our current hit, Friends, the musical parody. Without RCT, my life would not be the same, and for that, I will be forever grateful. My name is John, and I am RCT.
To all our actors, students, and patrons, we want to take this time to thank you for the memories.
Thank you so much to Michelle Laval for a wonderful look back at Repertory Company Theater's history then and now. Laura, I think you have a special guest for us for In the Spotlight, don't you? Take it away, Laura.
This week's In the Spotlight guest is someone I have known for almost 40 years. He is an LA-based film and television director. Please welcome to the show my brother from another mother, Brian Belichick. Hi, Brian.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Yes, I am a film director. So I have been spending the last couple decades directing commercials and some music videos, but primarily commercials. And now I am pivoting into feature films, which is a very different rhythm and pace. It's much slower.
Very cool. What do you think from your childhood? Is there things that happened in your childhood or that you were a part of that led you on the path that you are on professionally today?
There's been a lot of crossover in the parallels to all of my sort of childhood experiences in watching Deborah direct plays and hanging out in the sound booth and learning the different fundamentals of what it takes for a group of people to come together and put on a production. That has really had an impact on me big time in life. I mean, first off, I'll just say that it gave me permission that it's okay to be an artist. And when you have permission to follow your creative instincts and even find a profession behind it, that's the most sort of empowering thing that can happen. I think another thing is that I learned early on by being a part of a different play every month is that, art stimulates the senses, when it's connected to meaning. We were lucky to have parents that understood those meanings and would share and give us context. And rather than just learning lyrics and hitting your cues, storytelling started to become, I think, something that you and I learned a lot about. And our moms, being the producers of plays, taught us at an early age the different fundamentals of storytelling. And I think, story beats. And, one of the things that I've learned as a film director and storytelling, whether it be a story that needs to be told in 60 seconds or 2 hours, is that, storytelling is like a Swiss watch and with all the tiny little pieces, and they may be small, but they're crucial, and you really need to know what each beat is and its purpose. You need to have the ability to take it apart and put it back together again. Just to talk about the fundamentals, there's all the things like rhythm. I think one of the things that I've learned over time is that rhythm is more important than dialogue. A lot of the early plays that we were part of were musicals, but I don't know, again, something about our parents, like rhythm was really important to them. And I've learned now as an adult, telling stories, that pacing, mood, tone, and blocking are all really important things, but if they don't have rhythm, people disconnect.
Absolutely. It kind of loses that energy if you don't have that. Now, you got your start right in college, I believe, at MTV. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was infatuated with the promos on MTV. At the time, they were really weird and would come out of nowhere while you were watching MTV and sort of like shock you and make your parents say, "Oh, MTV, you need to turn that off." So of course I was attracted to wanting to make those. And so when I went to college, I quickly found the internship office and went through the book and found MTV and ended up at MTV on an internship. And it just so happened to be, MTV was based in New York. I went to college in Los Angeles, and this MTV in Los Angeles was actually the offices for the real world. So I started working in their offices in Los Angeles. And then out of there, when I graduated from college, MTV hires from within. So I had enough relationships to have a job at MTV when I graduated in the promos department. And I made promos for like a year. Yeah. I achieved my goal.
You got there.
And then
you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it led on to that took me into music videos, and then music videos took me into commercials, and then commercials have been my sort of bread and butter and how I've been cutting my teeth and learning the whole process and working with amazing filmmakers.
Well, I wish we could talk all day because I miss your face, but
thanks for having me.
But thank you so much for being here and sharing some of your stories and life experiences with us, and take care. Hopefully the pandemic will be over soon and you can get back to work and getting behind that camera and doing what you love.
Yes, it was great.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Laura, that was a great interview with Brian. And if they're looking for any more interns, I'm your gal. Well, now for one of my favorite parts of our webcast. Let's hear from Rachel with her quarantine confessionals. Rachel?
Thanks, Deidre. And yes, that's right. It's time for our 6th installment of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer, but not too close. So, dear friends, this week's webcast theme is Thanks for the Memories. And I think it's as good a time as any to confess to you that I have lost my darn mind. I wish that I could blame quarantine for all of it. And don't get me wrong, quarantine hasn't really helped my mental stability. But at the same time, I feel like I was losing my mind and particularly my memory before quarantine ever started. And the biggest correlation that I can put together is between the loss of my memory, used to be like a steel trap, with the birth of my beautiful, beloved son. Now, they talk a whole lot about mommy brain and, oh, you're fuzzy and you're sleepy, but no. There's more to it than that. There's something neurological. So I was reading on scientificamerican.com because, not to brag, but I know how to read. And I found this article that says that for over 2 years after you have a baby, women lose gray matter in their brains. That's not fair. I need this gray matter. I have things to do and places to go and, well, not that part, and people to see at the very least. Again, on Zoom, but you get my point. So, dear friends, if next time you see me on stage, I might flub a line or make up the lyrics a little bit more than I should, give me a little bit of grace, because it's not me. It's the gray matter and the kid and the drinks that I might have had at intermission. Not important on that last part. But that is my quarantine confession.
Thanks so much, Rachel. Laura, can't you relate?
Yeah, I can't even walk from my living room to my kitchen and remember what I was going into the kitchen for.
Wish it had started with quarantine, but I'm sorry, and I can't really even fully blame the child because I feel like it started to happen even before then.
No, it starts in your 40s. It's just the way it is. Good times, good times.
Oh, goodness. Well, so relatable. Thanks, Rachel. Now, Laura, we got you up with Whatcha. What you got for us?
Welcome to week 6 of Whatcha, my segment where I give you inspiration on things to watch, things to do, things to eat, things to smell. Now it is time for our new segment on Whatcha, our trivia question, were you watching? I'm going to ask a trivia question based on the content from last week's RCT360 Heroes Edition. The first person to comment the correct answer once this is posted to Facebook will win a $50 gift card to Del Testardo in Arapaho Index. Here is your question for this week. What was the nickname of the recently installed art sculpture at the new Richardson Fire Department? First person to comment correctly will win the $50 gift card. And remember to watch this week's episode in its entirety because we will ask a new trivia question next week based on the content. The question could come from anywhere in the show, so keep your eyes peeled because we want to know, were you watching? Now, my next piece of Whatcha is a Whatcha try-in. I'm using this quarantine to explore new things to attempt. So I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I suffer from a lot of lower back pain, particularly if I'm sitting in an office chair or on a bench or on the ground. So this week, I'm trying the idea of sitting on a yoga ball in my office to help with the back support. So let me show you here. I've got my giant yoga ball as my chair. It's working out pretty well. You can see it gives me a lot of back support. It's kind of fun to bounce on. And I mean, it's really easy to balance on. There's no... Back to you, Deidre.
Rachel, what you got for us for trivia?
Thanks Thanks, Deidre. And let me tell you, I am so excited about this week's installment of Broadway Trivia. Now, it's not that I don't love the two of you ladies, and particularly watching Laura beat you pretty much every single week at Broadway Trivia, Deidre, but this week, we have very, very special guests. Please welcome to the RCT360 webcast, Nelson and Nancy Wilson. Nelson and Nancy, it is so good to see your faces. I see that one of you has grown out a quarantine beard and it's the right one, so congratulations there. Are you guys ready to play?
We sure hope so.
Ready?
Similar, and that's going to be difficult for me, but you're making me work and I appreciate
Then
it.
I'll just go, eh. How's that?
Excellent. Okay. I like that a lot. Okay. All right. Okay, so as you may or may not know, the theme of this week's webcast is Thanks for the Memories. And I know that song is familiar to you, Nancy Wilson, because you may have made some appearances with a certain Bob Hope. Is this correct?
Yeah, that is correct. I was very fortunate. My first professional job, we got to work with him and go with him on his Vietnam Christmas tours. I was going to say summer tours. Where'd that come from? But we went to Vietnam on the Bob Hope Christmas shows. It's quite an honor.
Amazing. And I love to hear your gold digger stories. They are so fantastic. So now, it's not that you are not both young and vibrant and in the moment, but this week for our Thanks for the Memories trivia, we are going to focus on the golden age of Broadway, or at least Broadway that hasn't been written in the last 24 hours. So are you ready? I think you are.
We'll find out real quick.
All right. Question number 1. This 1968 musical by Burt Bacharach features hits such as I Say a Little Prayer. Dang, Nancy out of the gate, killing it.
And
Nelson,
this is why. Yeah.
Nelson,
okay.
you got your work cut out for you.
I do. I
like your chances, but not that much. So
Not so much.
Point to Nancy. All right, are you ready for question 2?
Yes.
Question 2. Which musical came first? Showboat, Oklahoma, Hamilton. I think I heard Showboat. Showboat is correct.
I did my buzzer first and said it.
You did. No, Nancy, I feel like you were trying to cheat, but Nelson got his buzzer first and gave the correct answer first. You are now tied.
I didn't want to butt in. I want to know what you were going to say after Showboat.
It counts, but we are giving points to the mister on this one. Showboat preceded Oklahoma by like a longer time than you think. So yeah, ask the ghoul on that one. All right. So for this next round of questions, we're going to do something that I call learner and low and lightning round. So you're going to tell me, we're going to alternate. This could go poorly, mostly for me. If the musical, I'm going to give you the name of a musical, and you are going to tell me if it is written by Lerner and Lowe,
Oh, gee. Okay.
Rodgers and Hammerstein, or none of the above.
Oh, gee. All right.
Oh, man.
Okay. I like your chances here.
This will be interesting.
Now,
Yeah. We're going to start with Nancy because she seems a little bit sparkier on this one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Nancy. Brigadoon. Lerner and Lowe. I heard a Lerner and Lowe. You are correct. Nelson. State Fair.
Rodgers and Hammerstein.
Good, excellent. No, you're right. Yeah, I think you get like a deduction for nodding so emphatically. But it's your turn now. An American in Paris.
You.
That's you, Nancy. An American in Paris.
that's none of the above, isn't it?
None of the above. Correct. It was a tricky one. You got it. Nelson, My Fair Lady.
I would say that's Rodgers and Hammerstein. Okay.
Sorry, steal. Nancy, can you steal this one? Lerner and Lowe or none of the above?
Lerner and Lowe? No.
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
Okay.
you scared me.
One more for Nelson. Flower Drum Song,
Rogers and Hammerstein.
Very good, very good. You did excellent on that round, Nelson. I
Thanks.
wasn't really keeping track, but
I can
I
only
feel
say
good
one.
about it.
I can only say one set of writers, though. I don't know anybody other than that answer. So yeah.
I gotcha. Keep drinking.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys, we have come, sadly, because this has been amazing, to the last question of the game. And I don't know if you follow our webcast, but what the people clamor for, what I get thousands of requests for every single week is, please, can you make sure that you say Broadway song lyrics in a really terrible pirate Irish accent? So it's not for me, it's for the people. I'm going to say the lyrics of a classic Broadway song in a really bad pirate kind of Irish voice. The first of you to buzz in and tell me the song and the show it's from wins all the prizes. And today's prize, I have it under my desk, is an 80% deflated helium balloon
Oh, I've always
that
Wow.
I found under the bed in my spare bedroom. So, are you ready
Sweet.
for this?
Sweet. Okay.
All right, here we go. When you walk through a storm.
With your head up.
Nelson was first.
Yeah, right.
up the dark.
That doesn't help me. What is the
Carousel.
song and show?
Out. Why
You know what? You both get it. You both win. The helium balloon is coming for both of you.
Yay.
Oh,
I'm so proud. Consider it a late wedding gift.
Thank you. And now that
thank you.
we're married, we don't have to worry about who gets to keep it. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Yeah, there.
Win-win. Thank you, Wilsons,
Anyway,
for participating in this wonderful game of Broadway Trivia. Hope to see you really
thank
soon.
you, Rachel. Hi, ladies. Bye.
Bye.
Gals, how much do you love Nelson and Nancy?
Oh, so much.
So good. I threw some hard stuff at them, and I think the results speak for themselves.
That's great. You know, we heard that they got married in episode 1 of our webcast. So here we are at episode 6 and they're still together.
So proud. So proud. Way to make it happen.
I would like to point out that I was dethroned as the Broadway Trivia champion.
You weren't dethroned as much as it was like a violent coup to oust you.
Oh,
So don't feel bad.
I'm well
And
aware.
I didn't lose. So it's a win-win for everyone.
Is it? It could be the
We
head,
all
the
won
head
today.
injury talking, but was it a win-win? Was it a win-win?
All right, ladies. Well, we don't want to let this time together go by without remembering that this weekend we're celebrating Memorial Day and remembering those who went before us to provide for our freedoms now. We're going to take a moment and recognize that Celeste, one of our friends from RCT, has something that she's doing this weekend as well. So take a look at this.
Celeste Craig is a retired school teacher, and she's worked as the RCT administrative assistant and box office manager for over 4 years. She's also been a 45-year member of the Daughters of the American Revolution. This weekend, Americans will be honoring and mourning the military personnel who have died while serving in the United States Armed Forces. And Daughters of the American Revolution chapter members will be placing American flags on the graves of veterans. The ladies of Peters Colony Chapter DAR will place flags on the graves of veterans at Furno Cemetery in Carrollton on Saturday in observance of Memorial Day. They will place flags on almost 100 graves of veterans dating from the Civil War and every conflict since. Thanks to Celeste and all the DARs for acknowledging and recognizing veterans' service, sacrifice, and commitment.
Thank you, Celeste and the DAR, for all that they're doing. Well, ladies, once again, we have come to the end of our show. Rachel, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Deidre. Well, all I have this week is just a wish for everyone who is watching to have a safe, happy, wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Take some time to remember those who we have lost defending the freedoms that we enjoy, and take a moment of gratitude for all of the things that we get to have today.
That's right, Rachel. And during this time together, we love it. We want to know that you're here with us. So please don't forget to like and comment and share so that we can spend some more time together with you. Laura?
And don't forget our new trivia game, Were You Watching? Make sure you watch this episode in its entirety, because next week we will have a trivia question based on the full content, and the winner could receive a gift card, $50 gift card to Del Testardo or El Chico or Enchiladas. Hopefully a restaurant where I can roll my R's. So make sure you watch the full content, because we want to know, were you watching?
Can I win that gift card? I want that.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? A good margarita. They might do like drive-up margarita service to go.
If you roll your R enough, you can get it.
Margaritas. They will. You'll get it for free if you do that.
Well, we have so enjoyed this time together. Ladies, thanks so much for the memories. And until we can be together again, I am.
You are.
We are
RCT.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Did you say sex episode 2?
I feel like this is
sounded,
the sex
did it
episode,
sound
y'all.
like it? It sounded like you said sex
It did.
episode.
It did.
On your mind.
Hey.
Good Lord, girl.
I'm British.
Lord, I look forward to this every time.
I'm just gonna hold this up so you can count 6.
That's the gray matter. It's the gray matter.
That's the gray matter. I can't be trusted. I can't be trusted with wrap up this week.
You need to be drinking some ginkgo biloba when we go back to
There
you.
you go.
Got a little hint here for your special guest. Oh, show us your shirt, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Can we all do a little cheers here? with her?
Yes, there you go. That's cute.
Oh, yes, cheers.
That's great.
I really need it on my butt bone because that's what I landed on.
I love Nancy Nelson.
It was really close to the camera.
Oh, you guys are going to be bloopers.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But make sure you do one of these.
Oh, Lord.
Well, ladies, we have come to the end of the show.
Right here.
So, Rachel, what do you got for us?
Well, there wasn't anything on the outline on this one, but I'm gonna start again, and I'm gonna tell you something good.
I think you should say it's blank. Rachel blank. Am I the only one that every time John counts backwards from 5, 4, 3, 2, I hear Rhythm Nation start in my head?
Oh,
Now you have a fun story. Basically, you got married and then you became shut-ins together. So how's that going for you?
Well, we're still married.
Another thing that this is gonna end up on a blooper reel, I know it. There we go, got one.